Good evening, you're watching The Social Network. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party's tongue-twisting Main Bhi Aam Aadmi campaign has 3 days to go and they have managed to reach only half their target so far. Let's break that into numbers for you. They were targeting a membership drive of 1 crore across the country by Republic Day, and so far they have managed 50 lakh new members. This despite waiving the 10 rupee fees, which they said was unaffordable for many of the Aam Aadmis. The breakup of these numbers and where they come from we'll get to in just a bit, but what is the online world chattering about are these images on your screens, which show that the Aam Aadmi Party boasts of some very caste members like Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, Jawaharlal Nehru, and well, the best of them has to be this one. The BJP's prime ministerial candidate Narendra Modi is apparently also an Aam Aadmi Party member. The elections are still several weeks away, but the online world has already hotted things up. The Aam Aadmi Party's claim of over 6 lakh members online and more than 10 lakh members through calls and SMSs has certainly had many crying foul. In their race to meet their target and project themselves as the party that's the wave in the country, has the Aam Aadmi Party registered Aam Aadmis that don't even exist. And that's what we're discussing on The Social Network today. Aam Aadmi Party's 1 crore target race to register. You can tweet us live on our Twitter handle at TSN on NDTV. You can hashtag that with AAP. Now, of course, many of you are talking about what these fake accounts actually mean and how on earth did Narendra Modi become a member of the Aam Aadmi Party. There are many tongue-in-cheek comments about all of this taking place in social media. Here's one of them from Arjun Bhagat.
Well, you must have seen all those wonderful reports about this hugely successful online membership drive of the Aam Aadmi Party. 50 or 60 lakh members in about 12 days or some such figure. Anyway, all well and good, I suppose, for the Aam Aadmi Party, even after all the theatrics and the press pounding. So let's check this membership drive out. You know, we've got into their website. It's pretty fast. Name, Brad Pitt. I've always wanted to write that. Father's name, a big Brad Pitt. All right. Enter. All right. It is very, very simple. The Aam Aadmi Party, I can tell you from its membership and how quickly it actually works. Wow, the Aam Aadmi Party really empowers you to be what you want to be, what name you want to give, everything. I mean, come on, really, people. This is a complete farce.
Is this a complete farce or are those just one-off accounts? Let's ask Raj, who is joining us all the way from London. He is an Aam Aadmi Party supporter. May I just quickly add that we have been calling Aam Aadmi Party since the morning to send us an official representative on the show, but Raj is going to try and face some of the brickbats that are going to come his way in just a bit. We're also joined from Lucknow by Sanjeev Singh, who is the national co-convener of the IT cell of the BJP. And many of the people from the BJP have in fact been tweeting those pictures and making them viral online. And to make a little bit more sense of what this membership actually means beyond these pictures, we've got with us in the studio Chakshu Roy, who is the head of the outreach from PRS, and both our Skype connections seem to be giving us a bit of trouble, so we're going to try and get those back in just a bit. Okay, Chakshu, I want to just start with you first while we try to get Sanjeev and Raj back with us on air. Okay, 6 lakh members. Let's assume for a second over 6 lakh members. Let's assume for a second this figure is in fact correct, give or take a few hundred, which may be up and down. Do you think this is a pretty good figure for a politically infant party in that sense?
I think it's not a measure of good figure or a bad figure. I think in a country where something like this has never been done before, online memberships, and where memberships always existed and people going to a party's office and paying a token 5 rupee or a 10 rupee and subscribing to the membership of the parties is a fairly unique initiative. I think both from the BJP and the AAP. So 6 lakh, is it good, is it bad? It's 6 lakhs, about double the size of an assembly constituency, half the size of a parliamentary constituency in terms of numbers. So very difficult to benchmark it against anything. But a couple of interesting things that we need to think about. One is while they're focused on, both the parties are focused on, registering people online into their membership fold, if you look at Lok Sabha MPs who are on, let's say, Facebook or Twitter. So, for example, the number of Lok Sabha MPs who are on Facebook is about half. About 100 of them are on Twitter active, approximate figures. So there's this bit of a disconnect between all the online registrations that are happening and the people's representative actually on online space. So that's an interesting thing that I think all political parties need to think about. And the other thing that I'd like to think about is online is the way to scale, you know, and get your message across. And that's what's happened across the world, right? Whether you look at Barack Obama Sr.,
who is, by the way, an AAP member apparently.
Well, you know, let's give them a little bit of credit. What happens is we've seen fake ration cards of Mahatma Gandhi in India. So, fake membership online, I'm sure, is easy to do. But I think the online medium is a medium of scale. And the other thing that it allows to do is it's not a one-way medium. It's a medium to engage. You know, people. It's a medium to engage members. So whoever they are able to engage, be it 100, it's 100 more than they'll be able to engage with feet on the ground. Right? So that makes a significant difference, and that's an added advantage.
All right. Okay. I think we've got Raj back on now. So I'm just going to cut across to you, Raj. Raj, what are you going to say to all of those people online who are pasting these pictures, taking them viral and saying this is how AAP is inflating their numbers of their membership, when in fact these people are not, they don't really exist, and they're not really a part of those 50 lakh figures that you claim that you have?
So I'll start with the process. The process is essentially where people go to the website and register. As you know, with most online systems currently, there is no online database to actually verify identities. As the gentleman pointed out, you know, even you have the identity cards like Aadhaar, which are supposed to be very highly secure, generating fake ID cards. So there does not exist in the world today an online database where you can verify someone's details when they are entered online. That's one. And the second one is, as the gentleman said, it's all about engagement here for us. In that sense, we are engaging with an audience that we typically wouldn't normally reach. So where we are a nascent organization, just over a year old, where we don't have the huge infrastructure that most of the mainstream political parties have, we are reaching to an audience that we normally wouldn't get access to. And the registration process that we have for members to sort of sign up online is self-certified. In the sense, we rely on the user to provide all the valid and authentic details that they put in the membership form. So the onus is on the user who is entering the details. The process is then, the data is then ultimately going down to the local district offices where they have identified their location from, and that's where it will be verified. You know, if it's a fake user, for example, if you said Brad Pitt, for example, if Brad Pitt doesn't turn out in Hoshiarpur, then we know that it's a fake member as such.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Right. So, Raj, you're basically saying that the onus is on the user to provide the authentic data, but you're saying there is also some sort of a verification at the local district office. Is that correct?
That's correct. In the sense, all our memberships we have active members who engage actively at the ground level. So the online channel essentially is a way for us to route all the people and the audiences and the general population that we normally wouldn't be able to reach. So once someone has filled in the form, then they will be connecting with their local district chapters, and that's where the verification would be done. As I said, if it's Brad Pitt, and if Brad Pitt doesn't turn out in Hoshiarpur, then we know that's a fake user.
So are you then saying that this number of 6.45 lakh, which you're claiming is your online membership, is that the verified figure, or is that still to be verified figure?
It's not 100% verified, but we have sent up a majority of the data that is coming in to the district offices. So we will ultimately be winnowing them out at a later point once the membership drive is over.
All right. All right. Okay. So you're saying that the final verification still needs to be done. Let me bring in Sanjeev Singh. Sanjeev, you know what I find really interesting, and of course you're welcome to ask Raj questions about the authenticity of these numbers. But what's interesting is that Aam Aadmi Party has actually put out numbers, as opposed to the BJP, which refuses to share their numbers of their enrollment online or offline. Why is that?
See, we are living in an age which is a connected internet world age, and there are, privacy issues which are there. You know how data could be, compromised. We do not want our members' data to be compromised, and, people hounding them with, telemarketers, email spams, those kind of stuff. In any case, being a recognized and registered party, we have to share all our data with Election Commission, which we duly do.
So how does that compromise on somebody's privacy?
See, the data which we are sharing, all the members' data which is available, how many members are there, from where, which location, what city, what assembly constituency, there are implications to that. And, coming back to what Aam Aadmi Party is doing, I, just went across to their website. They do not have even a CAPTCHA, which is a simple machine form filling prevention step, which is a very basic step. They do not even have a CAPTCHA. So I can write a program which will simply go on inflating their members' data by creating fictitious additions to their enrollment form. So what we do is, we are a responsible party. We do use technology, and we have a long track record of using technology, but it has been done in a very responsible, verifiable way, which is practical, not just latching on to any technology which comes across and just, going ahead, creating embarrassing situation for us.
Raj, did you manage to hear anything of what Sanjeev said?
Yeah, so I essentially heard a little bit. One is, as you rightly pointed out, the BJP currently, or the mainstream parties currently, do not have any sort of transparency. There is zero transparency in the sort of numbers that they have and the way they expose those numbers. Aam Aadmi Party, we're not saying we are 100% perfect here, but at least we have taken a first step in terms of the numbers that are registering online. So we obviously are working within the limitations of the medium. The medium currently does not have a truly 101% authentication, verifiable member system that is available to us. The moment it is there, we will do all our endeavors to sort of enable that.
All right.